Have you ever wondered how you could, using just a few measurements from a t-shirt that you already have, create a new existing t-shirt pattern in CLO3D? Well, today I am doing just that. I'm taking a blank canvas in CLO3D and creating a fun custom t-shirt for my brother. Hi, I'm Christina, and I absolutely love to digitally pattern draft, creating unique pieces of wearable art I can wear and share. In today's project, I will be using CLO3D's Pattern Drafter tool to draft true and create some new details, so maybe a fun pocket, we'll just have to see, for my brother. Then I will cut it out and make it out of this really fun fabric. I found this fabric and I knew he would absolutely love it. So I knew I had to make him a shirt. And whether you are brand new to CLO3D or have been pattern drafting for a long time, I hope you find this session helpful and maybe even inspiring. We'll go through step by step the drafting process using that pattern drafter. Then I will make sure everything's true, everything's looking good. We're going to add some fun design details, probably just like a pocket. Nothing too crazy. We'll get it simulated on our avatar. And then in another video, we'll actually put it together. I'm super excited to get this project started. So I am going to bring up my CLO3D board. I already have my brother's close avatar in here, as well as some pants so that he's not fully naked. Then we're going to go ahead and get started. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to bring up this 2D pattern drafter tool. So you can find it under the top window, the top drop-down window that's 2D. And it is the very top one there. It says Pattern Drafter. So we're going to open that up. This is one of the newer features that CLO3D has. Right now they only have t-shirts, but they have more coming soon. So it's kind of exciting to see what all they're doing. But I'm really excited to use this t-shirt tool. Now, with this t-shirt tool, anything that kind of resembles a t-shirt, you can actually get a really good base for. So if you're wanting to do some like a jacket or a shawl or a shrug that kind of had that t-shirt-esque shape, you could definitely use this tool for that. So I'm going to select t-shirt. Then I'm going to go over and I'm going to do a set-in sleeve because I know that that's the one he's going to prefer. But you can also do a raglan or a drop shoulder, but we're just going to do a set-in. Then it's going to bring up a whole bunch of measurements. So you can either change it to a simple, general, or custom. I'm just going to leave it at general right now, but you can do that. Now, let's scroll into my pattern over here at the feet so you can kind of see it. So what's happening right now is everything's on half symmetry. If you were making, say, a jacket or a shrug that you wanted the center front open, you can change it so that it is symmetry and it will make two halves. This will be especially helpful if you need to ever put a zipper in there, then you don't have to go in and cut it yourself. You always can do that, not super hard, but this is a really great tool to be able to cut it right in half. And then I'm going to change it back to the half symmetry because as a t-shirt, that's what I want. Now we're going to go through and change up some of these measurements. So my front body length, we're going to do 28. We're going to make it a little bit longer. Neck width, let's see here, where is my neck width? We're going to do 8. Neck drop, this is the neck drop front, so I want 4.5. I did measure a t-shirt. I did not measure that one. I did went through and measured a t-shirt that my brother already has and he loves. So that's where I am getting these measurements from. That looks really drastic. 2 inches? Yeah, that looks too drastic. We're going to go 1.5. Across front. There we go. 18. And this one you can see it has from 6.6 inches down. So you can also do 4, 5, or 6, whatever you measured it. I measured 6 inches down. This one is 22. Looking a little wonky. Armhole length straight. What's also really handy is it over here on this side, you can actually see that it has like a little dotted line. And I don't believe I actually took that measurement on that shirt. So I'm going to take that measurement real quick because that looks like a very handy measurement to have. Now we're going to pop that up to 9. Where is neck width? I'm trying to figure out where the shoulder seam length is, because right now that's really narrow. I guess I don't have a shoulder seam. I need to do a across shoulders measurement, which I did not do the first time. I just did a shoulder seam one. So we're going to put that at 21. That's looking much better. Yep, we're going to leave that the same there. Perfect. Then we're going to move to the back. So we did, we're going to do 29 on the back. Neck drop, we're going to make it the drop just a little bit bigger. 1.5. Across shoulders back, we're going to use the same one. Across chest. There we go. That one we want at 19. 22. 9. And 22. There we go. Right now, my back is definitely longer than my front on that side seam. It's kind of nice that you can see some of that ahead of time. So I can actually try to go through and change some of that here. I can make, what if I drop that to 10? That's making that line up a little bit nicer. I'm kind of just guessing off of that measurement, so we'll have to see how it works out. Yeah. Then we're going to do sleeve length. What do I want to do? I want 8.5. Sleeve cap width. We're going to do 11. Get those nice and wide. Bicep width. We're doing 16. And sleeve opening. Oh, this is where we're doing 16. The cap, we're actually doing 18. There we go. I'm going to move out just a little bit. I should have closed that so we had a little bit more space on here, but I didn't. That's looking pretty darn close to, I think, what I'm going to want it to be, what I want it to do. Yeah, so I think I'm going to go ahead and create it. So if you are making more of like a button-up shirt or something like that, you can add cuffs, you can add a front hem, a back hem. You can do a lot more stuff if you really want to. I'm just doing the basic t-shirt today. So I'm gonna go ahead and hit create. It's gonna pop it up and I'm gonna go place it on my guy. There we go. And I want it out of, we're just gonna stick to the white fabric. I'm gonna go ahead and close that. And what's another really nice perk of this is it already places it and sews to my avatar. So one thing I do like to do is make sure the sleeve that actually goes in between is in between the two of those. That just helps my brain. I like to keep my my artboard or my pattern drafting as close to clean as possible. This makes it easier so I don't accidentally sew the wrong sleeve to the wrong side. It's just kind of nice. I know exactly where everything's laying. We're going to go ahead and simulate real fast. Woo! Look at that. He looks pretty darn good already. I love how quickly it can really come together like this. So let's see here. What I would want to do with this t-shirt, the first thing actually, I'm going to add the fabric. I always love adding the fabric in. And we're going to that's probably really, really close to what it's gonna look like. Now I did just take a picture of it laying flat, so the repeat isn't perfect or anything, but I think that's still pretty great. So the next thing that I want to pattern is I actually want to make a neck binding. So we're going to make a neck binding that is 65-57. So we're going to go 65-57 by 1. It's not going to be 1. I want it less than that. I want it like, I think I want it 3/4 of an inch. Yeah, we're going to do 3/4 of an inch. And then I'm going to unfold. Did I not highlight the right one? There it is. Unfold with sewing. So there's my front. We're going to do the same for the back. 44.29. 44.29.75. Unfold. Now this one I'm going to actually, I need to finish sewing, so I'm going to sew side to side. And then I'm going to grab the two of them in the world, superimpose side. That way it pops it right there on the side. Simulate it. There we go. It's stretching just a little bit. Let's take a look at that really fast. It actually says it's not stretching too bad. So I would probably, in all reality, stretch this when I'm actually patterning it. I'd probably want to stretch it an inch. So we're just going down one side. So that's like 13. So we're going to move it this way. So I popped that in a little bit there. We're going to pop this one in a little bit there. And then we're going to resimulate, and that's going to suck that neckline in. Oh my goodness, I'm loving how cute this is. Then what I'm going to do is it needs a front pocket. So this fabric is very busy. So in my 2D window, I am going to remove the fabric so I can more easily see what's going on. And then I'm going to do an internal rectangle right there. We're going to move it over just a little bit. Yeah, to something like that. Then I can go ahead and trace that as a pattern, pop it out, and we can sew all the way around the pocket, superimpose over, simulate, and then we can see it has a nice little pocket right there. Now the question is, I wish I had like some yellow fabric to make that pocket out of. I don't think I do. Let's see here. If I had a yellow pocket. I do like a yellow pocket. I'm going to have to see if I have any other fabric that I can make the pocket out of, because I do kind of really like the contrasting fabric for that pocket. If not, now we'll make it work. Yeah, we'll make it work. So that is how fast and easy I can make a shirt from another shirt. Now, before I fully finish, I am going to quickly add some seam allowance, because I'm going to want some seam allowance on here. So we're going to change this to 1. We're going to change this to 1 as well. And then on my side seams, 3 point, I'll be good because I'm going to be serging it all together. So we're just going to click around. And then the top, I want to change to 1 as well. Actually, I want to change it to 1.25, 1 1/4. So I have a nice little, no, 1, because I'm going to cover stitch that. Then we can go around the sleeve cap, sleeves, and then the hem we also want to change to 1. Did it do the other side? It did. Now, the other thing I do want to note is if you are having a super deep hem like that, one thing you can change is you can pop it so that, not square, I need it popped out. That way, when this folds up on this line, I have the seam allowance that I want right there on the bottom. So that's really handy to have. And did it on the other side. Last ones all the way around. Doot, doot, doot. Perfect. So I now have the seam allowance added so that I can quickly get this so I have the seam allowances all drafted around, and I can quickly get this put onto my projector, and I can project it onto my table and make this really cute shirt for my brother for his birthday / Father's Day. And that about wraps it up. We have used the pattern drafter to create a fully made t-shirt, we added some fabric patterns to it and simulated it to see it on our avatar. And I always love to be able to see how everything's going to look. If you enjoyed the process and picked something up from CLO3D, whether it be a tip or a new thing, I would love for you to hit that like and subscribe button and the notification bell. Crafting wearable art one digital stitch at a time is what I live for. So let me know in the comments what patterns or tools you'd like me to explore more. And of course, if there's one that you absolutely love to wear, I would love to know what it is. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I look forward to seeing you in some of my other videos. Happy patterning!